This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports here, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone in the place again, man. Shout out to you all. Big up on yourself. Alright, my viewers and subscribers. So, welcome to another video. In this one, I want to share with you guys something that I pulled down from the Sportsmax website, an article, that was really covering an interview that Coach Phil Simmons gave. And in that interview, he was really talking about Nicholas Pooran. And the main points coming out of that interview is the fact that Coach would have said he is not at all worried about the form of Nicholas Pooran. Right, so we're going to be taking a look at that. But before we go any further, let me just remind you that we will be live on YouTube here this evening around about 6 p.m. Jamaica time. Right, so you should be hearing this particular video about maybe 2:30, 3 p.m. thereabout. So that would give you enough time to get yourselves in order, get yourselves ready to come onto the platform and have a talk with us. Right, because when we do this YouTube thing, this live thing, we like to go down in depth. Alright, so as I said, I'm going to be sharing the article with you guys. And, we all know, for my listeners that listen to this channel very often, you know that I'm a big fan of Nicholas Pooran. The youngster is talented. I think he's one that will eventually turn out very good for West Indies cricket. But I would be lying if I should say that I am not worried about his form. But probably the good thing about that is the fact that, Coach Phil Simmons is the man that is really in charge. So if he is not worried, then maybe you guys should work with him. But I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys my opinion about this all. Now, as I said, the main talking points coming out of the interview that Coach Phil Simmons did is the fact that he's not worried about the form of Nicholas Pooran. Right? And Nicholas Pooran being our vice captain, I don't want him only to shine because he's talented, but I'm looking at this young man as a man that will eventually take over West Indies cricket if he continues where form will need to pick up, but where his attitude is concerned and his love for the game, if that continues, then I am thinking this man will be one of the leading senior players in the near future. Because you have senior players in teams from time to time and they are not leaders. So I am thinking that pretty soon Nicky P will be at the top. Now, I'm just going to go through his recent performances and let you guys know exactly what is happening. Because he would have just played the IPL and he had the CPL earlier. Right? And based on what I am seeing here, in 11 games for Punjab, and it's not like he didn't get a chance to bat. He batted in the middle order, so he was able to bat in most of the innings. In 11 innings, he had a total of 85 runs, right? 85 runs in 11 innings, and usually when Nicky P is on form, 85 runs is what he would give you in one game or two games. So 85 runs at an average of 7.7 with a strike rate of 111.84. You understand? So nothing to really give us any confidence that his form is getting back. And once again, guys, in the middle of this video, I'm going to stop to say this is not me bashing the youngster or saying that the youngster shouldn't be a part, right? Because leading up to when the team was actually picked, he wasn't doing excellent, but he wasn't doing too badly. You understand? So this is me just giving my opinion as regards to the player in general. Right? And now the good thing about it is that he seems to be aware that he is not performing to the level, because he took to Instagram and he actually put up a very telling post. You understand? Some players would have just left it alone, but he actually put out a post for his fans. And let me look at it because I don't want to misquote. And he's saying that not the season I would have wanted, but I am very happy for the opportunity to be tested mentally and physically. So the young man is not covering himself in pride and behaving as if he's the beginning and end of all. He's just letting his fans know that things didn't work out as though he would have wanted. But at the end of the day, he realized that he would have been tested physically and mentally, and he's hoping that, you know, this will definitely help him to improve, to bounce back stronger, especially going into the T20 World Cup. You understand? And as I said, I don't have anything against the youngster. You know, I want to see him. I want to see him perform. I wouldn't mind if he's even the highest run scorer for West Indies in the tournament. Show you how much I really want this youngster to succeed, right? Now, Simmons also mentioned that in the interview that, you know, he's not too worried. And I'm going to give you the exact quote now. Here it is. I think he has been batting very well. That is what the coach is saying, that he thinks that Nicholas Pooran has been batting very well and he's not at all worried about his form. And when he says that he think he's batting well, I guess he means that, you know, he's actually going out there, he's applying himself in the sense that you know, he's playing shots. But if we are to be honest, the way in which Nicholas Pooran gets out some of the times, it's really a bit worrying. I was even talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were saying that, you know, sometimes some full and straight delivery that you would expect an orthodox batsman like Nicky P to go out and, you know, just go out on the front foot and stroke it around. You know, he goes and play a shot across the line and get himself out. And, you know, the funny thing about it, you see, when a man is not on form, then they find some of the weirdest ways to get out. So I don't know if I agree with Coach Phil Simmons, you know, saying that he's not worried about Nicky P's form. You understand? Or he's not too worried about him. As I said, he's the coach. He knows the players more than I do. I just sit down and as they would call me, an armchair. I am just an armchair analyst. I just sit down and talk. You know, Simmons is actually right there with them, so he would definitely know what he's talking about. But generally speaking, my viewers and subscribers, I really want things to work out for this youngster. Right now, let me just finish up with the article. I think they had quoted that in the last couple of games that he would have played, you know, he only had 150, one score over 50, and that was a 75 that he got against it. I think it was against the Talawas in the CPL. You understand? And talking about CPL, his record wasn't too shabby. You know, he had 263 runs at an average of 32.88 with a strike rate of 163 point something. So not the worst, but as I said, we are definitely expecting more from Nicky P, and we want this World Cup to be his. You understand? I hear some people talking about the senior players going out and dominating the World Cup. I don't really business who dominate the World Cup once we do well in or once we win, you know. You understand? But if I should go to one side, I would prefer the youngsters go out there and dominate, because they are the ones that will need the confidence and will need the added motivation, or you know, just to convince themselves that they are capable or that they are able to do it at the biggest stage. So at the end of the day, we want to win the World Cup. We want to do well. You understand? So it doesn't really matter to me if or who the player is. The player could have come from Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Guyana. I don't care which player top score. You understand? But as I said, if I should select, I would go for the youngsters. People like Hetmeyer, people like Pooran. You understand? People like Akil Hussein if him get a game. I would mind if these youngsters turn up and really rip this tournament apart. But these are just my views, you know, my viewers and subscribers. And as I always say, the comment section is always open for you guys to disagree or to agree, to give me your opinion. You understand? And once I am able, once I have the time, I will go ahead and definitely reply to the comment. You understand? Most of the time when a lot of them come in, I don't get a chance to go through all. But once the comment is you know, is there, I'll try and see if I can go. But let me just let you guys know from now. If you do not agree with me, I don't have a problem. But if you're gonna disagree and go on a long rant and use pure indecent language and start disrespect the thing, I delete a comment. I'm telling you from now. You understand? I have no problem with debating with people when we have difference in opinions. But once your comments start to become as they would call unbecoming, now I delete it. You understand? I'll probably remove it from the thing too. But yeah man, if you make it to the end of the video guys, just remind you that this evening we will be live on YouTube, right? 6 p.m. If you made it to the end, just go ahead in the comment section and also let me know that you made it to the end. Big up on yourselves, Zane. Let's go more.